It's week 2 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Browns and the Jags on EA Sports.
Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. So good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Here we are, week 2 of the season. Greg, everybody has that hope. Let's get off to a good start. Well, these teams lost the opener. Now, a bit of pressure here in week 2.
Yeah, it really comes down to, Mike, it's a super simple concept. You just want to feel the sensation of winning. Just get your first win. Of course, they would have loved to start out week 1 in the win column, but now here you are, 2 winless teams, and it is just as simple as we want to walk in the building on Monday and check.
Here's Michael Badgley, ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Jacksonville. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Pistol formation with Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now, 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Jackson. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Now he'll run it. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the scramble. 33 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Now Jackson completing that one to Carter.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That is caught. What a throw. Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Cleveland. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Richie James now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jags offense ready for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Henderson. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Jackson looking to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's James. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A pistol snap back to Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try and run for the 1st with ETN. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Allen in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's complete to ETN. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down. They motion the slot man left. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. Inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick-6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the 1st half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick-6.
The extra point, up and good. And the Browns will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Pass is caught by Olave.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. He keeps it himself. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Browns with the advantage. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Throw right side to Olave. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Olave is the motion man. On 1st down, it's Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. ETN now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, Hurts. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They've opened up a big lead already. Trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 9. And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32. 3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jackson. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cleveland.
The tight end, Moreau, is in motion. To the air one more time with Jack. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still second down.
Now Jackson on the move. This one is caught by Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Sutton. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's Mason Crosby, now out for the field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
On the return, here's James. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. The next drive about to start. We'll remind you what's coming up here in week 2. A couple of good ones to look forward to. 2 good young quarterbacks going at it later tonight in Houston. The Bears and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, as the new-look Falcons head to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Kickoff there, 8:15 Eastern Time. Hurts working in the pistol. Right back to Olave. He's got it again.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man is the tight end, Sample. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. After the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Browns offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The tight end, Moreau, is in motion. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. Jackson looking to throw. He gets that to his tight end, Moreau. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10. Jackson up top again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. The Jaguars offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Now a screen set up for ETN. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Throwing is Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And that will lead to a 2nd down. To the air again. Hurts. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drop. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
A run up the middle with Cook. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Geno Smith, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. On the return, here's James. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Pass interference. Defense.
On first down, it's Hurts. This one on target to Olave. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Jaguars.
They'll run. It's ETN. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Hurts. Off he goes.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
Kirk is the motion man. Hurts to the air on first down. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, They ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. The Browns offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. This one is caught by Moreau. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage, or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Cook. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the Browns will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's James. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Let's go back through their earlier possessions, and a lot of them, Greg, have ended with the defense going the other way.
And there's no greater indicator in the NFL of success in terms of wins and losses than the turnover battle. And we've seen so many statistics and charts. We can go on and on. The simplest way to say, if you protect the ball, your chance of winning goes up. If you don't protect the ball, your chance of winning goes down. So here they have 3 interceptions, losing fumbles. It's really been a meltdown by multiple guys all across this offense. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's to the tight end, Stover. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
We have to give some credit to the offense. They're doing their part as they try to claw their way back into this game. On their previous drive, touchdown. That big play now has them potentially on another scoring drive. If they can get some defensive stops and keep this up offensively, this game could start getting real interesting.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jaguars.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The offense and Hurts ready for this 2-point attempt.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
On the give, it's ETN. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Jackson now on second down. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 5. On third down, they go with Cook. The Browns getting their punting team out there. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Olave is the motion man. On 2nd down, Hurts. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the carry, it's Cook. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Once again, it's Cook. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Here's Mason Crosby now out for the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That's complete to ETN.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Hurts working in the pistol. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Again, Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Here's 1st and 10. RPO, quick throw to Olave.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, different than the college game, these offensive linemen, they're blocking for the run. But if that ball gets pulled, the pass option of the play, they're not allowed downfield. In the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man is the tight end Sample. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
That's good. For another Jacksonville. First and
They'll send a tight end in motion. Hurts going to keep it on the option. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. They'll look to run. It's Etienne. A dive, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He runs with it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That's to Robinson. He's got it. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. A run with Cook. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jags offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And he's taken down up past the 35. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Now Hurts. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down?
All right, listen, Mike. There's just certain guys in this league that just have better arm talent than others. And this is a perfect example why. Not every quarterback in the NFL can make this throw. And, man, that was impressive.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now it's Hurts. Got his man at the 6. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here is 1st and goal. Hurts will try it again. He puts it up, and it's caught. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars are back within 6. A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. 2nd and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. 3rd and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.